If you spend any time looking into productivity, you hear the exact same advice on loop. Win the morning, win the day. Join the 5 a.m. club. The entire self-improvement industry treats setting an alarm for before dawn as a near spiritual practice. And many highly effective professionals actually do produce their best, most concentrated work in the early hours. Most people assume it's a discipline problem. They attribute the success to the raw willpower of getting out of bed, or assume there is some inherent power in the specific time on the clock. This leads to a cycle of setting extreme alarms, fighting natural sleep cycles, and internalizing guilt when a routine inevitably fails. Many capable, ambitious people are walking around chronically exhausted. They are burning out because they've treated the clock as the primary cause of their focus. The morning feels easier for deep work because of the specific, untouched state of the brain at that point in the day, a state that can be understood and recreated regardless of the hour. At 6 a.m., working memory is relatively clear. You haven't yet answered complex emails, navigated tense social dynamics, or processed unexpected news. Every minor choice acts as a micro-tax on processing power, creating decision residue. While the older ego depletion model, the idea that willpower is a finite battery, is debated, the pattern is consistent. Making continuous decisions throughout the day degrades cognitive performance. By the afternoon, after dozens of choices, the brain has less capacity left for focused, deliberate work. In the morning, you haven't spent any of that bandwidth yet. Struggling to focus at 3 p.m. represents the inevitable mathematical result of accumulated mental friction. This mechanism is visible in night owls, the people who produce their most effective work at 11 p.m. or 2 in the morning. These individuals are often dismissed as broken early risers or failures of the standard morning routine. But look at the environmental reality of those hours. The house is silent. Notifications have stopped. Social obligations are entirely resolved. This drop in competing inputs allows the brain to enter a less monitored, fluid state. It is the same cognitive environment as the 5 a.m. mind. While biology and circadian rhythms vary, peak focus is largely tied to finding and exploiting these windows of zero cognitive noise. This shifts the objective. Rather than fighting for an earlier alarm, the focus becomes identifying and protecting your natural low decision windows. Success requires cognitive load management. If a deep work window is scheduled for the afternoon, the preceding hours must be actively cleared of unnecessary choices. This means batching email processing into specific blocks, standardizing meals to avoid choice, and laying out clothes the night before. Every choice eliminated before a deep work window is bandwidth retained. These actions function as tactical preservation of the capacity required for focus. If you take one thing from this, identify your lowest decision window, wherever it falls in your day, and stop scheduling shallow work in it. Protect that window for the one task that matters most. The morning is not the point. The state is the point.